So this is our first lesson on the lesson of healthy relationships. We'll talk about all kinds of relationships. We'll talk about friendships. We'll talk about dating relationships. We'll talk about marital relationships. But mostly in that, we'll be thinking about our relationship with God. So you can open up to lesson 21, I believe it is. 365? Okay. That's 387. So these are a lot of anchors we didn't go through. This is lesson now we're doing, not the required ones, and this is lesson 21, so we just can't do very much. So the anchor for this lesson is healthy relationships have God in the center. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the significance of relationships, and especially godly relationships. God is a relational God. He came up with the whole idea of living in relationship with other people. And as you know, in Genesis, he says it's not good for the man to be alone. So we are created for relationship. This isn't a introvert extrovert sort of thing. Some people need one friend, and some people need lots of friends. It isn't a matter of needing friends. Everybody needs to live in relationship. If you're not living in relationship with someone, that makes you a hermit, and that's not how God designed it. So he created us to be in relationship with him first, and then also with people. So God is a relational God. We were created for relationships, and we see this right away in Genesis 1. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over the earth, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So God created man in his image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. And then he creates Eve because he says that it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make a helper fit for him. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. So, so this is, as I mentioned, this is not an introvert or extrovert kind of thing. We all need relationships. And so I'm going to give you a little visual on this. So think about the cross, and think about your relationship with God on this vertical line. That most important relationship you will ever have is with God. And that relationship, if you're a follower of Christ, that relation is to come before any and all other relationships. That's your primary relationship. And I have seen things go really wrong in relationships when that wasn't true, even in my own family. And our primary relationship is to be with God. And then think of the vertical, not the vertical one, the horizontal one. with your friends. And everybody needs friends. And as I said, some people need more, some people need less, but we all need to live in relationship. So here's the thing. If this isn't working right, this won't work right. All the dysfunction in our relationships with other human beings are birthed by this isn't right for one or both of the people. And this has to be right before any relationship can be right. Any human relationship can be right. So we are to love God first, and then love others. And as we do that, as we make God our highest priority, and hopefully that other person that is your friend or your spouse or whatever it is, as both people are committing to draw near to God, and He will draw near to us, that is when the relationship works well. When it's not there, it doesn't work well. So here's another beautiful illustration. Again, so let's say let's install it. This is Jeff, my husband, and this is me. What happens to Jeff and to me as we both grow closer to God? You go closer to each other, and I have almost 40 years of proof of that. That when we are walking with God, we're each walking with God, we grow closer. I'm not going to tell you I have a perfect marriage because that would be a lie. But I can tell you it is the times when we are consistently praying together, which we do every day, and we are consistently trying to serve the other person, that it goes well. And it's when one or both of us get selfish, and that's me more often than him, that's when it goes awry. Yes.
My church used an analogy similar to a triangle last February, where it was a ladder, and you have to be climbing up the ladder together. At the top of the ladder is God, and the bottom of the ladder is the world. And so if you're not climbing up the ladder together, it's more likely that your relationship will not be very successful.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be, as one of my favorite singers from yesteryear wrote a song about, it's called For a Small Circle of Friends. And he used this illusion of we both are we're all crawling toward the lamp, meaning God. And that's how our relationships thrive, is when we're living out our faith together. So, um, so yeah, we need to be in relationship with God to have healthy relationships with others. So now we're going to talk a little bit about um, relationships as you're looking to go wherever you're going to go. A number of you are going to be going to college, but whatever you're doing, everybody will be, I sure hope, not here next year. You'll be somewhere, whether that's in the workforce or whether that's in college. The curriculum kind of talks about college more um, uh, than not, but either way, you're going to be making new friends in new places. And so, how do you do that well? And I'm going to put on a video that is going to talk about that a little bit, and then we'll probably just stop there for today. We might have a little